Life in Albania, the country of extremely beautiful women. In the Balkans, Tirana documentary. Vlog. What if I told you there's a capital city in Europe with a giant, beautiful square that's always empty? Welcome to Tirana, Albania, where things don't always make sense, but that's part of the charm. Imagine spotting luxury BMWs and Audis on the street, then learning the average salary is just $400 a month. And yes, the rumors are true, Albanian women are absolutely stunning, but that's just scratching the surface. In this travel documentary, we're diving into the quirks, contrasts, and surprises that make Albania one of the most underrated places in Europe. Curious yet? Let's start exploring the first unique. Number 15. Albania, a nation beyond borders. What if your country wasn't just a place on the map, but a feeling that stretched across borders? That's exactly what Albania is. With just under 3 million people living in a land of about 29,000 square kilometers, you might think it's just a small Balkan nation. But think again. Over 91% of Kosovo is ethnically Albanian. In North Macedonia, more than 1/4 of the population shares the same roots. That means the Albanian identity isn't trapped in borders. It spills into neighboring lands, carried by language, culture, and a strong sense of belonging. It's one of Europe's rare cross-border ethnic nations where people feel connected not by politics, but by blood and heritage. Imagine having cousins in 3 different countries, all speaking the same language, eating the same dishes, and vibing to the same folk songs. And here's the real kicker. This shared identity has thrived through centuries of change, migration, and even war. Isn't it fascinating how a nation can be both small and everywhere at once? Number 14. The double-headed eagle of resistance. Let me take you back to 2,000 years before Christ, when the fierce Illyrians laid the foundation of what we now call Albania. Fast forward 15 centuries, the Romans came, and yet the Illyrian fire never faded. But here's where it gets legendary. In 1443, a fearless warrior named Skanderbeg rose against the mighty Ottoman Empire. He flew a flag bearing a double-headed eagle, borrowed from the Eastern Roman Empire, a symbol of strength and watchfulness in 2 directions, east and west. This eagle didn't just stay a war emblem. In 1912, it officially became Albania's flag when the country gained independence. Today, the eagle stands for pride, resilience, and the unshakable spirit of the Albanian people. I still remember meeting Ervis, a young guide in Tirana, who told me, "We don't just wear the eagle, we live it." Comment, "Eagle pride." If you feel the fire of Albania's unbreakable spirit, stay with us. This story only gets more epic from here. Number 13. One of Europe's most ethnically pure nations. While most of Europe is a colorful mosaic of cultures, Albania is like a focused brushstroke, bold, clear, and unmistakably its own. With over 91% of its population being ethnic Albanians, according to global reports from early 2025, this Balkan nation is one of the most ethnically unified countries in Europe. You'll feel it right away in Tirana. The food, the folk music, even the way people speak with their hands, all echo a shared identity. Sure, there are minorities, Greeks, Roma, Montenegrins, but their numbers are tiny compared to the massive cultural cohesion that shapes everyday life here. In a world racing toward globalization, Albania stands like a cultural time capsule, and maybe that's its secret charm. Some nationalists say the percentage is even higher, but the real question isn't the number. It's how this unity affects the soul of the nation. As a traveler, it's fascinating. You're not just observing a culture, you're immersed in it. What's more exciting to you? A melting pot of cultures or a place where tradition reigns supreme? Number 12. A country that lives without natural gas. What if your country didn't have natural gas at all? No pipes, no radiators, no warm, fuzzy central heating. That's Albania for you, a place that powers through winter without gas and still looks fabulous doing it. Even in big hotels, you'll find folks huddled around electric heaters or chilling with AC units in December. The weather? A true drama queen. One minute it's pouring rain, the next it's sunny like a beach ad. Locals have it down to a science. Jackets and long sleeves all year round, no questions asked. But here's the twist. Tirana doesn't slow down. Cold. So what? People go to work, kids go to school, and the streets feel like a festival every evening. The energy never dips. And now for the jaw-dropper. As of April 2025, over 90% of Albania's electricity comes from renewable hydropower. That makes it one of the most energy-independent countries in Europe. No gas? No problem. Makes you wonder, could you handle life unplugged from the gas grid? Or would you miss your cozy radiator? Sound off in the comments below. I'm dying to know what you'd pack for Tirana. Number 11. Where cars matter more than homes. In Albania, it's not uncommon to see someone living in a modest rented room while driving a brand new Range Rover. Sounds upside down? Welcome to one of Tirana's most surprising paradoxes. In this Balkan capital, luxury cars often matter more than homes. Instead of saving for real estate, many young Albanians prioritize renting high-end vehicles, from flashy BMWs to sleek Mercedes G-Class. Why? Because in a society where image is everything, your car is your social currency. By 2025, Albania had one of the lowest home ownership rates in Europe, yet was among the top 3 countries in the Balkans for luxury car imports. Now that's a statistic that turns heads and wheels. When I visited, I met Blendi, a wedding photographer. He proudly posed next to his leased Audi RS7 and said, "This car gets me gigs. No one asks where I live." It's a culture where how you arrive speaks louder than where you go home to. If Tirana reminds you of Monaco from behind the wheel, now you know why. But here's the real question. Would you rather impress the world or invest in a foundation? Number 10. Expensive homes, low incomes. Imagine living in a city where the sunsets are golden, the coffee is strong, but buying a home feels like chasing a dream. That's the daily paradox in Tirana, Albania's buzzing capital. Housing prices range from 1,000 to 2,300 euros per square meter, and a standard 3-bedroom apartment can cost over 150,000 euros. Now here's the twist. The average income is just about 400 euros per month. That means even renting, which starts at 300 euros, can drain most of a paycheck. So, how do people survive? Many families rely on remittances, with over 8.65% of Albanians living abroad sending money back home. And when it comes to marriage, Albanians go all out. Weddings are grand, emotional, expensive affairs. The average age to marry, around 27 to 28, partly because couples need years to save. It's a mix of tradition and tension, where love, family, and culture thrive, even when wallets don't. Would you take on this financial puzzle if it meant living in a place rich in heart and heritage? If you've ever lived in a city where rent takes most of your paycheck, just comment, "Big rent, small wallet." And don't go anywhere yet. Albania's full of contrasts that only get crazier from here. Stay tuned. Number 9. Marry an Albanian. Stay for life. Ever thought the easiest way to call Albania home is love? Well, here's a twist. Marry an Albanian, and you're halfway to becoming a local. But this isn't just some visa hack. Albanians are known for their welcoming vibe, genuine warmth, and yes, striking beauty. Think olive skin, deep eyes, and smiles that could light up the Balkans. It's no surprise they've been featured in global lifestyle blogs, and Tirana's dating scene is becoming a buzzword in expat circles. In fact, since early 2025, Albania has ranked among the top 5 Balkan countries where foreigners seek long-term stays via marriage, according to the Albanian Ministry of Interior. So, is it the legal shortcut or the human connection that makes foreigners stay? Maybe both. But imagine this: sunshine, Mediterranean charm, and a partner who makes it all feel like home. Would you say, "I do," for love or lifestyle? Drop your thoughts below. Number 8. A beautiful yet empty national square. Skanderbeg Square looks like a scene straight out of a European movie. Grand, wide, and cinematic. Located in the center of Tirana, it's one of the largest public squares in the Balkans, named after the national hero who once defied empires. The buildings surrounding it, museums, government halls, and the opera, give it the aura of a capital rich in history. But the irony, despite its scale and beauty, the square often feels strangely hollow. Even in peak tourist season, it stays quiet, underused, almost like a giant photo backdrop with no script. By 2025, locals still hope for more. Aside from a small Ferris wheel and scattered benches, there's little to do. No food stalls, no cultural buzz, no nightlife. I chatted with Nora, a painter who sketches there every Sunday. She told me, this place needs energy, not just space. And she's right. Skanderbeg Square is a stage with no performance. Yet, if this square were yours, what stories would you bring to life? Number 7. Albania's exceptionally beautiful women. While many countries are known for their landscapes or cuisine, Albania turns heads for something else: its women's captivating blend of strength and elegance. This travel documentary dives deeper than stereotypes, offering a real look at what makes Albanian beauty unforgettable. Physically, Albanian women often have clear skin, from fair to olive, high cheekbones, dark, full hair, and deep brown or hazel eyes, a unique harmony of Balkan sharpness and Mediterranean softness. In the north, women may have lighter complexions and angular features. Down south, or along the coast, you'll notice sun-kissed skin and graceful Mediterranean charm. But the true beauty lies in how they carry themselves, with quiet confidence, cultural pride, and emotional warmth. Over 8.65% of Albanians live abroad, yet the women here keep tradition alive. Even everyday outings become fashion statements, with style tied closely to identity. You'll see it in local music videos, media, and Albania's rising stars in global modeling. But more than appearance, it's their energy, bold, warm, and magnetic, that leaves a mark. In your eyes, is true beauty about the look, or how someone makes you feel? Number 6. Youth flee to Germany for a future. Imagine this. You ace college, full of dreams, and end up earning less than a Berlin barista. That's the reality for many young Albanians. Number 6 is not about escape. It's strategy. Thousands of students and young pros head to Germany, chasing bigger paychecks, better work-life balance, and yes, less bureaucracy. And it's not just Albania. Youth from Kosovo and North Macedonia are also hopping on the autobahn of opportunity. Why? Because in Albania, even skilled professionals rarely make more than €1,000 a month. That's not exactly thriving, is it? So what do? They hustle abroad, stack savings, and then come back with power moves, buying homes, launching businesses, supporting family. Here's the kicker. By April 2025, remittances make up nearly 14% of Albania's GDP. That's not pocket change, that's an economic engine. Is it brain drain or brain investment? A loss or long game? Sometimes, to build a future at home, you gotta leave it first. So, what would you do with a passport and a plan? If you had a passport and a plan, would you stay and build or leave and grow? And hey, if you're new here, welcome to Travel Documentary, where we unpack the real stories behind beautiful places. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next eye-opening chapter. All right, back to it, because what's coming next? It might just change how you see borders forever. Number 5, import-heavy economy runs on remittances. You might not see it, but Albania's economy runs on two invisible engines, imports and remittances. Step into Tirana and you'll notice most cars, electronics, even electric scooters are imported. In 2025, the country still depends on Italy, Turkey, Germany, Greece, and China for key goods. Local factories focus on agriculture, textiles, and construction, but these industries bring in far less revenue than tech-based sectors. Here's the twist. Over 1.2 million Albanians live abroad, and they send money home. These remittances are a lifeline, powering everyday life more than any local factory. I met Elira, whose brother in Italy helps cover her rent in Tirana. She said, "Without him, I'd have to move back to the village." In Albania, family abroad isn't just support, it's the economic engine. What would your city look like if its heartbeat lived halfway across the world? Number 4, Europe's undiscovered budget beach paradise. Ever dreamed of a beach trip where your wallet doesn't scream every time you blink? That's Albania, folks. Picture sun-drenched beaches, water so clear it feels fake. And guess what? You're not breaking the bank. Down in Saranda and Samil, you'll find powdery white sand and Adriatic blues that honestly rival anything in Italy or Greece. But here's the twist. A beachfront stay in summer 2025 can cost less than €50 a night, and coffee? Still under €1. Try finding that combo in Mykonos. What's wild is how this place stays so under the radar. It's like Europe's been keeping a little secret, and Albania's just chillin'. No tourist overload, no overpricing, just raw charm and sunshine. Infrastructure, still growing, but maybe that's why it feels real. No five-star pretentiousness, just locals grilling seafood by the beach and waving you over like family. So here's the real question. Would you swap overpriced Santorini sunsets for Albania's unfiltered magic? Number 3, turbulent history, fragile currency. Ever wondered how a land scarred by history transforms into a beacon of resilience? Picture Albania, a nation once under the long shadow of the Ottoman Empire for over 400 years, then boldly claiming independence in 1912. In the chaos of World War II, and during nearly half a century under Enver Hoxha's strict communist rule, when even religion was banned, this country endured immense hardship. Today, Albania marches forward as a proud member of NATO while still aspiring to join the European Union, a status that currently restricts foreign investments and economic growth. Astonishingly, €1 converts to roughly 100 lek, and everyday staples like cheese or olives can cost over 1,000 lek. Dining out for a meal for three might run up to €45, a staggering sum for locals with modest incomes. Yet the spirit here is unyielding. Many favor home-cooked feasts and vibrant market life, turning hardship into creative survival. Could these challenges spark an unstoppable cultural renaissance? Albania's been through it all: empires, dictatorships, and currency chaos. Yet the people keep going strong. If you respect that kind of resilience, drop this in the comments. Still standing. Number 2. The most religiously chill nation in the Balkans. In a region often defined by religious tradition, Albania stands out by not standing out. Although more than 45% of Albanians identify as Muslim, the practice is incredibly relaxed. People here might pray on Friday, then grab a beer on Saturday. Pork? Totally common. Alcohol? No big deal. Mosques and churches exist side by side, but attendance is optional and rarely strict. This attitude has deep roots. During Hoxha's communist rule, religion was banned entirely. By the late 1980s, Albania was considered one of the most atheist countries in Europe. Even in 2025, it remains one of the most religiously tolerant and secular societies in the Balkans. I met Erjon, a cafe owner in Tirana, who laughed, "We respect all faiths, but we don't let them divide us. Faith here is quiet, flexible, and personal, just like the people." Could this be the secret to peaceful coexistence in a complex region? Number 1. Concrete pyramids and Roma street music. Ever wondered what it's like to explore a country where concrete pyramids share the skyline with live street music and raw, authentic energy? Welcome to Tirana, Albania's quirky capital, where history, chaos, and charm collide in the most unforgettable way. The Pyramid of Tirana, once a monument to a past era, now serves as a modern-day selfie hotspot for locals and curious travelers. Did you know? In 2024, over 700,000 tourists visited Albania, many drawn by its contrasting beauty. But here's the twist. Tirana isn't a polished postcard city. It's a mosaic of modern high-rises and crumbling old flats, an urban jungle with a heartbeat. Climb the pyramid and you'll see it all, messy but magnetic. As you wander the streets, don't be surprised if your journey is soundtracked by live Roma street music, echoing a soulful Balkan Turkish fusion. These performances aren't staged. They're life happening in real time. It's chaotic, it's passionate, it's real. So, what makes a city truly captivating? Is it perfection or authenticity? Tell us in the comments. Would you climb Tirana's pyramid for the view or the vibe? Who knew a small Balkan country could hold so many contradictions? From concrete pyramids to dreamy beaches, from remittances to romance, Albania's got layers. Whether it's the breathtaking women, the chill religious vibe, or the fierce national pride, this place leaves a mark. It's not just a destination, it's an experience that flips your expectations upside down. So, what surprised you the most about Albania? Drop your thoughts below. And if this journey moved you even a little, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more raw adventures with Travel Documentary.